We begin with some breaking news from New Zealand, where police have shot dead a man carrying out a violent knife attack. The attack took place in a supermarket in the main city of Auckland. At least 6 people were stabbed by a man wielding a knife. Police said they responded rapidly, shooting and killing the man within 60 seconds. Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said the attacker was a Sri Lankan national and a supporter of the Islamic terror group IS. He had been under observation by multiple security agencies. We can hear now from Ardern, speaking a short while ago.
This afternoon at approximately 2:40 p.m, a violent extremist undertook a terrorist attack on innocent New Zealanders in the Lynn countdown in Auckland. The attack began at 2:40 p.m. and was undertaken by an individual who was a known threat to New Zealand. The individual was under constant monitoring, and it was the police surveillance team and special tactics group who were part of that monitoring and surveillance that shot and killed him within, I'm told, the space of roughly 60 seconds of the attack starting.
Well, for more on this breaking news, we are joined by journalist Pete McKenzie in Wellington. Pete, what do we know more about this attack?
We don't know much about the attack due to the recency of the events. It was only just over 3 hours ago. What we do know is that this lone wolf, a supporter of the terror group ISIS, picked up a knife off the rack at a supermarket in New Zealand's largest city, Auckland. And in the space of just under a minute, managed to stab 6 people, inflicting severe wounds to their neck and to their chest. 3 people are critically injured, and the rest are moderately to seriously injured. 2 are undergoing serious surgery. We know that within those 60 seconds, members of New Zealand's elite special tactical group, a division of the police, approached the man. And when the man turned and approached them, the man was shot and killed at the scene.
Now, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, she said the attacker was known to the authorities. Can you tell us any more about him?
Absolutely. The man was a Sri Lankan national who came to New Zealand in 2011. 5 years later, in 2016, he came to the attention of New Zealand authorities and was named a person of interest and put under surveillance by a number of New Zealand's security agencies. The reason for that was it became clear he had purchased twice large hunting knives and possessed significant materials of ISIS propaganda. He was sentenced on charges of possessing propaganda in New Zealand's High Court earlier this year. The government had sought to charge him under the Terrorism Suppression Act, but their attempt to do so was declined. As a result, he was put under intensive 24/7 surveillance by members of the Special Tactic Group and also by members of New Zealand Police's surveillance team. It was only, apparently, according to the surveillance team, the man had previously gone to the same supermarket without event. It was only now that he chose to lash out. The remainders of the details about the man are heavily suppressed.
Do we know, Pete, if the man acted alone?
As far as we can tell, the man acted alone. He was a lone wolf. There's no indication that he acted with support, and certainly he wasn't well-resourced. The knife that he used in the attack was one he obtained at the scene. Police are saying there's no reason to suspect a larger conspiracy.
Pete, thank you very much for filling us in. That was Pete McKenzie, a journalist joining us from Wellington.